remember when Rosie and you opened for George Jones and I got to autograph with Irvine Meadows. Yeah, that was great. Elma was at that show. That was a show we did with George Jones, me and Rosie, 1987. Crying Over You was just on the charts, and it was going up, climbing up the charts. And I remember that night, and Rosie introduced the song Crying Over You, and she brought me out. I wasn't playing with Rosie on that show, but I came out to sing it with her, and the crowd was singing it at Irvine Meadows, and they all knew the words because it was on the radio. It was the weirdest thing. I was there singing with Rosie, and everybody out there singing along, and thinking, wow, everybody knows the tune, because it was right after the song had come out and was on the charts, and Rosie was doing the show with George. We hung out with George that day, me and Rosie. It's interesting. They had like a trailer set up for, I guess, for us, and there was one for George, and they had set it up for me and Rosie to go over and hang out with George and his wife. It was very, very cool. We went over there and we sat in this little, like one of those mobile home trailers with a little table, when you sit to eat. And I remember just scooting into that thing, and there's me and Rosie, and there's George and his wife, and I'm like this close to George Jones, and we're talking, hey, and we're just hanging and just kind of visiting with each other. And it was just a trip. There's a picture of me and George, I think, from that day, it was fun just to be like sitting there. George was the nicest guy. He was a sweetheart, and we sat there and just kind of talked and hung out for a little bit. We didn't want to take up too much of their time, and we just sat at this little table. But you know what I'm talking about when you're in like a mobile home or a motor home, and they got the little table to eat on. And that's where we sat. It was interesting. Anyways, if you had not have fallen, I would not have found you. Angels flying too close to the ground. I patched up your broken wing, hung around a while, trying to keep your spirits up and your fever down. I knew someday that you would fly away. Love's the greatest healer to be found. Leave me if you need to. I will still remember. Angels flying too close to the ground. Fly on, past the speed of sound. I'd rather see you up than to see you down. So leave me if you need to. I will still remember. Angels flying too close to the ground. So leave me to the ground. Is that you, Harold?